basically that is sort of saying planning for the future is something that families do actually think about right from the beginning, really. You always start thinking, you might be in the here and now, but you do actually start thinking about, well, what's the next step? Once you've got sorted the today, you're always thinking about the tomorrow. So really, this is what today is about. It's to get you to think a bit about planning for your young people's futures. But it's not it's a strange word, and really I think it just means about growing up and moving on and becoming a young adult and starting to think about taking maybe a bit more responsibility for yourself. As children and as parents of children with additional needs, usually by the time you get to that stage, you think it might not be right what you're getting, but you sort of think you've got your head around the system of children's services, you know what you're entitled to, and you know the way the system works. And then transition age hits and you think, oh, this is a whole new system, this is a whole set of new people. And school, really, for children, that is it. That circle there, everything centres around school. Moving from being a child to a young adult has a whole range of different things that people think about. So it's really that the Great Expectations is really just a way of saying, there's a big wide world out there, and young people with additional needs and disabilities should be part of that world just as much as their non-disabled peers are. They just may need a little bit of different way of thinking and types of support to be able to get. But as a way of sort of getting you around thinking about what you're going to be doing today, I just thought it would be good to think about on your tables for 5-10 minutes or so around what you wanted to do as a young person, and then on the flip chart behind that top one, there's another flip chart that says, what helped with that? Think about where you are now, what helped you get there, and what hindered you getting there. So what things stopped you getting there? And I just would like you to, maybe either on post-its or somebody record on those flip charts what that is, because we'll then be feeding that back and using those things as examples for the report that you'll get at the end of it. Go ahead.
My name's Paul Moffat. I'm Director of Children's Services. I just want to first acknowledge the work that Knit Together have been doing over the past few years, I can say the past 12 months. A huge amount of work, and I know it seems trite and it seems a comment that people make from time to time, and there's not much substance to it, but I genuinely do believe that you do a fantastic job, and I'm grateful for the work that's undertaken. And every time there's a meeting, I always ask for the feedback, because I'm keen to know what's your perception of how we're doing, and what our perception of what your work is. A lot of you give up a lot of personal time to come along to things like this, and I know it's a huge demand on your time, and I do appreciate that.
So what we're going to do is we'll have tables of the particular workshops that you signed up to. So this one will be social care, and that will run 3 times. And you'll have signed up, we'll kind of put the sheets on the table so you know which ones that you signed up to. This one will be education. At the back, it's independent organisations, and back to my right.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Jackie from Contact a Family, and this is Sarah Lewis. She's our information officer. We're a national charity, work for parents and carers 0 to 19. With the education, health and care plans, we will be going up to 25 in the future.
I'm Helen King. I work with Scope. I'm setting up the face-to-face service in Northumberland. Face-to-face is a service where we train up parents of children with disabilities and additional needs to provide emotional and practical support to other parents who maybe just needing to talk to another parent, warts and all. Obviously it's one thing talking to a professional about what's going on in your lives, but it's another thing talking to another parent who may have been there before and can provide some listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and some practical support.
I work for the Northumberland Community Development Network, and just to add to what Frank said about the Splinter Group, we've also been doing some work with Job Centre Plus funding about looking at how employability works with young people with disabilities, and we're hoping to carry on with that through till March with a interested and let me know. And we're also within it together running a training day on the 23rd of October, which is on the different models of disability. It's trying to help us all remember what the medical model and the social model and all that stuff is about, and how it actually has an impact on the way that people deal with us as parents and carers and the way we deal with them. And the idea is to learn about the rights model of disability, which is the one where we're sort of coming at it from a human rights point of view. There's also some other accredited learning that's on offer, which if you come to the 23rd, you'll hear more about, and it will also be advertised through it together.
Right, thank you very much. One of the most important things I can ask you to do is to fill in your evaluation, because we use your evaluations to plan our future work for the coming years. So if you could fill in the evaluation form and leave them on the tables or on the registration desk at the door. Thank you very much for coming.